Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Swampy Comics Weekly Polls, where we're going to be previewing the comics I'm going to be picking up this week of August 13th, 2025. Let's jump right into it. First up, we got Action Comics number 1087. This is by Mark Waid and Skylar Partridge, with writing and art, respectively, with colors by Ivan Placencia and letters by Steve Wands. I've been loving this run of Superman's Action Comics. The summer of Superman is coming to an end. This is our last Action Comics, and it's been a blast. This story with Superboy is really interesting. I have some old adventure comics with some old stories of Superboy, and they're kitschy and fun, but it's kind of cool to see that mythology brought right into Superman's main storyline, and with more of a modern take. I really like it a whole lot, and now that Superboy is in Metropolis, he's made his Metropolis debut. He's going to be coming up against some new threats, some much bigger threats than he ever dealt with in Smallville, those couple of times in the last few issues. But Action Comics number 1087, man. Mark Waid has just been doing a killer job, and I'm super hyped for this book. I mean, there's not a lot to say about it. We're kind of hitting a new, arc with this Superboy story, so I can't wait to see how it pans out. I can't wait to see how he handles being in Metropolis as a young man. It's going to be good stuff. Super hyped. Our next comic is going to be Aquaman number 8, and this is by writer Jeremy Adams with art by John Timms and colors by Rex Locus. Aquaman has been a great series from issues 1 through 6. I really didn't like issue 7 for some weird big swings it took with potentially killing off characters, but I have a feeling that's going to be an illusion, and in retrospect, I might like issue 7 a whole lot more. But issue 8 is here, and right on the cover there it says, with the Justice League Blue, into the deep with the Justice League Blue. And yeah, it's really cool. Aquaman Arthur Curry has been hanging out with some really cool characters. We got Vivian, the Lady of the Lake of Excalibur and Arthurian lore. Arion, who was an old king of Atlantis that used to have his own comic in the 80s, I believe, and maybe even the 70s. We got Captain Nemo of H.G. Wells' public domain fame, and what's his name from the Wonder Twins? Starts with a Z, Zan from the Wonder Twins. And we got Lori on the cover there, and a big buff shark that I wonder if is a relative of King Shark. This is the issue that I've been waiting for this entire run. It looks like it's all been leading up to this. And I can't wait to see Aquaman and the Justice League Blue take on Dagon. It's going to be a pretty epic, badass fight, and I hope it's as brutal as some of these earlier issues have been. If Aquaman's one of those characters where you just kind of think he talks to fish, I know he's been a lot more hardcore, in more recent memory, and but this new series should totally whet your appetite if you like a lot of action, you like fantasy comics, and just some nice semi-grim dark brutality. I mean, I'm just loving this. Like, yeah. So Aquaman 8. Jeremy Adams is killing it on Green Lantern. Let's hope it continues with Aquaman 8. Right. Next up, we've got the Fantastic Four number 2. This one is by Ryan North with pencils by Humberto Ramos, inks by Victor Olazaba, colors by Edgar Delgado, and letters by Joe Carmagna. And I'm, again, excited for this book. I guess I wouldn't be picking it up if I wasn't. I say that a lot, and I'll never stop, I promise you. But, man, Fantastic Four number 2, it's going to be really exciting to see how these four resolve their kind of split and lost through time conundrum that they're currently faced with. I mean, you can kind of see on the covers that Reed's just kind of in an open field, but Thing is very obviously fighting a dinosaur, and Johnny seems to be in some sort of apocalyptic or primordial. I think he's in the way past, but Sue's the one in a post-apocalypse, just nothing Earth. And yeah, I can't wait to see how they resolve this thing with the Forever Stone, I believe it was called. How they, figure out where they are in time or whatever. And yeah, Yeah, Fantastic Four. It's been a good introduction to One World of Doom. I know it's part of that storyline and the whole continuity, but I don't feel lost getting into it. So that's another reason I'm really excited for issue 2, because there's been some other Marvel series, and one namely that just didn't grab me and just threw me in the wrong ways. And this one seems to be doing it right. So I'm really excited to see this. And on top of that, I just saw the movie, which was great. And yeah, it's our old school superheroes between Superman and the Fantastic Four. What a summer for everyone. Yeah, Fantastic Four #2. Pick it up. Let me know what you think in the comments. Next up, we got Fire and Ice. When Hell Freezes Over. Yeah, I almost said Bat Out of Hell for some reason. When Hell Freezes Over, #5 by writer Joanne Starr and artist Stephen Byrne. And yeah, this one's kind of cooled off on me a little bit. I really liked the first 3 issues. They were really fun and whimsical. 4 kind of lost me, and I don't. I'm really snobby about the writing of Etrigan when you take him out of his iambic pentameter or whatever. I think that's what it's called. What he speaks in. I just find it kind of lazy. It's like, come on, do the work. You're gonna put the character in there, do the work. So last issue really rubbed me the wrong way, but I really like these 2 characters. The situation they're in is pretty cool, and anytime DC characters end up having to escape from hell, like I'm totally there. It's one of my favorite tropes in DC. So I'm really hoping issue 5 picks things back up. But nonetheless, there's only 2 issues left in this mini series, and I will be finishing it all the way through. So we'll see how it goes when I pick this one up. Not too much to say about it, but I just hope it picks up a little bit. But this next issue, I know I'm not going to have to worry about it picking up a little bit, because we got Green Lantern Corps #7. This is issue 2, or part 2 of the Starbreaker Supremacy. This is by writer Jeremy Adams and writer Morgan Hampton. Oh, that's right. Jeremy and Morgan are combining for this Starbreaker Supremacy. So what we got in between Green Lantern and the Green Lantern Corps right now is a really cool event called the Starbreaker Supremacy that's just beginning now. I mean, we're getting the second part on the 13th. But yeah, I really like that these 2 are sharing writing duties, but for this event, like it shows a lot of trust between writers, and I really hope they enjoyed the process, because I really enjoyed part 1. And yeah, this is really cool. It also has pencils by Fernando Passarin, inks by Auclair Albert, and colors by Arif Prianto. But man, both Green Lantern series have just been killing it lately. Like, ever since Absolute Power and the Civil Corps special, the mainline series has been telling the story of Hal and building up towards this event, at the same time as it's dealing with Kyle Rayner and his group of misfits, including a new character called Odyssey the Time Bandit, and Superboy John Kent, and now Silver Scarab, the original Blue Beetle from back in the day. Can't remember his real name. I'm not too familiar with him. Pardon me on that. But you combine them colliding with everything that's been going on with Green Lantern Corps, with Guy Gardner training a new lantern, the 2 teen lanterns, one a construct, one an actual person, like dealing with stuff with Simon Baz and going off on a crazy adventure in his construct car. We had Jon Stewart and Hawkwoman dealing with the destruction of Thanagar happening right in front of their faces, and as well as the Red Lanterns scrambling for survival. And I mean, part of the reason that the Red Lanterns were scrambling for survival is that their power battery is gone. They were using Zilius Zox as an endless source of rage to just keep their ship going so they could find a new home. And it's really cool to take these former villains and turn them into anti-heroes or more of a neutral party. I really am mentioning the Red Lanterns and getting to that because I'm really excited to see the resolution of what happens with them. They're a fan favorite. They've had their own series. Dexstar is and Atrocitus are one of the coolest pairs, but I mean, Dexstar's just the coolest. He good kitty, he kill, and oh man, yeah. This Starbreaker Supremacy is going to be cool. The emotional spectrum's totally shattered. Looks like Oa's left black and white after the Sorrow Lanterns being lit. So I'm wondering what this means for everybody. Like, how is the Green Lantern Corps gonna get out of this? What role is my boy Sinestro gonna play? How's Guy Gardner gonna prove once more that he's the greatest hero that the universe has ever seen? All these questions will be answered during the Starbreaker Supremacy, and I am, clearly beyond hyped for this episode, episode issue. But let's move on to the next comic. We got a fun one. This is Predator Kills the Marvel Universe. And for just a small history lesson with me, the first miniseries I ever completely got the issues for and was a huge fan of was the Alien vs. Predator sequel that Dark Horse put out called Alien vs. Predator War. And I believe it was a sequel. Like, it dealt with Top Knot and that woman that got in good with the Predators and all that. But yeah, Predator in comics is so damn fun when done right. And if Godzilla versus the Marvel Universe is any indication, or Godzilla destroys the Marvel Universe is any indication, we're going to be having a lot of fun with Predator Kills the Marvel Universe. It looks like, let's get in with some credits. This one's going to be written by Benjamin Percy with art by Marcelo Ferreira and Daniel Picciotto with colors by Frank D'Armata. And I believe from what I've seen of this, it seems like one of the many nefarious groups, whoever headed the Weapon X project. I can't remember. I'm not so good with Marvel lore, so pardon me. I know it on a surface level with a few things, but yeah, it looks like the Weapon X people have given the program to Predator potentially. So, man, are they giving this guy an adamantium skeleton? Because that could be dangerous. Oh my goodness. But either way, we're going to see some of our favorite heroes just brutally murdered at the hands of a Predator, and it's hopefully going to be a blast. I hope it's just what the premise delivers. I hope Predator kills the Marvel Universe and flies away. That'd be a great series. So yeah, looking forward to this one. And let's see, what do we got left here? Oh, we got two left. Two super books. First up is Supergirl, number 4. This one is by Sophie Campbell, who writes and draws it with colors by Tamra Bonvillain. And they are just a fabulous team. This is one of my favorite books of the year. It's only in its 4th issues, but I've been so impressed with the first 3. It's hitting so many notes. It feels like Silver Age silly nonsense brought to the modern age to make sense. Like, kind of like the Fantastic Four, how they work on paper, but they really shouldn't next to cooler-ish characters like Wolverine and Deadpool or Cable or, even, Spider-Man in certain forms, Venom. This Supergirl comic, like, it's just nailing everything. It's one of the funniest comics I've read this year. It has a lot of heart. It has a good way of having messages about just personal independence. I mean, it's all done through the female gaze, but I mean, yeah, it's just good. It's not pandery, but it doesn't compromise itself in anything that it's trying to say. Les Lallar is a great potential foil for Supergirl. I kind of hope that they just kind of have a Lex-ish relationship, and it seems like, speaking of Lex, Kara is now hanging out with Lena Luthor, and Lena Luthor is Lex's daughter, and yeah, we saw her go away to Midvale in the Superman main series. And yeah, I'm super hyped for this issue. I always get stopped up with issues that I'm really excited about. You can tell that I'm short for words on this one just because I'm hyped on this. I mean, this is a good week to be a super fan. And yeah, let's see. I think the last book is another super book. Yes, it is. We got Superman, the Kryptonite Spectrum. This is a 5-issue Black Label series, and this is issue 1 that's coming out. This is by the team that did the comic Ice Cream Man, which seems to be pretty acclaimed, although I've never read it and I'm not familiar with it. But the writer is W. Maxwell Prince, with art by Martin Morazzo, colors by Chris O'Halloran, letters by Good Old Neon, and it looks cool. Like it seems like Black Label books are usually a little more adult oriented, so I'm really excited to see a Superman series that maybe is for us grown ups a little more, and deals with some tough questions potentially. But yeah, I'm excited. The Summer of Superman's going out with starting a brand new mini series, and yeah, we're gonna see what this new form of kryptonite does to Superman and how it affects him. And I couldn't be more excited. I don't know what else to say with this one because I totally don't know what to expect except for hearing high regard for its creators. So I mean, I'm in on this one. But yeah, that would be this week's comics for August 13th, 2025. And thank you for watching. If you have any comments about any of these books or any corrections to give me, or anything you want to say, leave a comment. I'd appreciate a like. And if you want to hear more from me, hit that subscribe button. But nonetheless, thank you for watching, and we'll catch you later in the week when I review these books with the patented Guy Gardner tier list. Thanks for watching, and keep reading.